Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1593. I am here with my cat Chloe. She is totally asleep. Um yes, I do have cats. Rules women can have maybe a cat or two, maybe, but not usually more than one if they have them at all. But that's beside the point. I want to talk today about effective marriage communication from the Rules Handbook by Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider, the New York Times best-selling co-authors of The Rules. The Rules, The Rules is a book that was written in the early. Oh no, I'm sideways. Am I sideways? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Pardon me, technical interruption. Technical interruption here. I don't know what that is, but apparently I am sideways. Am I sideways? Please tell me. Hi, Gina. I see you, but the comment is covered by something. So, um, if there. Okay. Yes. Now, am I right side up? I hope. Goodness gracious, they are making it really strange around here. And not just that, but I'm trying to get all the books into the. Can you see everything? Yeah, yeah. Yes, you can see everything. Oh my gosh, my bookmarks and business cards and the rules. Time Tested Secrets for Capturing the Heart of Mr. Right was written before the Rules for Marriage, which is Time Tested Secrets for Making Your Marriage Work. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and I want to read from The Rules Handbook, their latest work, which was just done about a year ago. And, ooh, bookmark fell. Okay, here's your Rules Weekly pep talk about effective marriage communication. Gee whiz, am I in back? Okay, your Rules Weekly pep talk. When you can effectively communicate with your marriage partner, your home will run smoothly. Marriage has more to do with your mindset than your circumstances. I gotta get this straight here. It doesn't look, it bothers me that it's okay. Let me put it all the way over here and then see if I can't get myself a little closer to the yay. Uh, Mamma mia. All right. Marriage has more to do with your mindset than with your circumstances. When your higher self focuses on the many things you could be grateful for and you cheer each other on every day, then the odds of finding a win-win solution in your daily battles will increase. Married women often think, if only I had more money, more childcare, more vacations, then I would be happy. The reality is you can have all of those things and still want more, or fight about your vacation, or whine about all the things you don't have instead of being thankful for what you do have. Gratitude is key to keep Gratitude is key to creating a happy marriage. Emmett Fox uh, tells a story about helping people with emotional problems and depression. He stated that he enjoyed working with wealthy people the most. Why? Not because they could pay his fee or make a large donation. Working with the wealthy actually saved him many, many hours of treatment because these clients already knew that money didn't solve their problems. They were rich and still had problems. This allowed Fox to get straight to the source of the problem without the client resisting. So many times people come in for help thinking, if I could just have $1,000, I could solve my problem and be happy again. Fox says money doesn't solve problems, and the wealthy already know that. This week, focus on being happy you married the person you wanted and that you are blessed with so many wonderful experiences and memories with him every day, regardless of your financial situation or how you feel about what is not going your way. If you're not out there dating again, you're having a good married life. By the way, good morning, Gina Potoff. I forgot to say that. Good morning, and good morning, John Clark. And good morning, everyone who comes on later for the replay. Effective marriage communication, daily rules. Day 295 would be change yourself, not your partner. The institution of marriage was not created to make you happy all the time. Committed relationships with others are meant to bring out your higher self. Change your thoughts, not your husband, and you will have a happier marriage. Everybody wants their husbands to change, but nobody wants to change themselves or their attitude. Changing other people without changing yourself is an exercise in futility and a waste of time. If you think your marriage is good and your husband is a good guy, faithful, goes to work, plays sports with the kids, then count your blessings. Day 296 is to stop complaining. Sometimes married clients complain their husband isn't handier around the house. I do everything. Doesn't spend more time with their children. I feel like a single mom. Doesn't have the best bedside manner. He was talking to his boss while driving me to surgery. Or screws up their supermarket order. I said organic. It's easy to expect your husband to be more helpful or thoughtful or the father of the year, but how would you feel if he wasn't there at all? When you feel annoyed by him, pause and try to remember that no one was helping you before you were married. Your roommate and parents don't count. Don't compare him to Superman. Compare him to no one and appreciate all that he does. So, morsels of a thought are morsels of a thought of preferably wisdom. And the fortune cookie many years ago said to me, knowing the right thing to do is called wisdom. Doing it is called virtue. So we can bring more virtue into the world just by ourselves, by being virtuous. And that is going to be a better world for us all. Day 297, let your partner be right. If you want to be happily married, let your husband be right. We're not saying he actually we're not saying he's actually always right, but see the situation from his point of view. Let him win some battles and save your energy for the big issues. For example, a client's husband told her, you left the refrigerator door open while you were cutting vegetables instead of just closing the door. She felt it necessary to say, well, sometimes you leave it open too, and I don't tell you. He got defensive, and they bickered about who does what. Then, when he left the refrigerator door open the next day, she triumphantly pointed it out, and he said, you don't have to rub it in. If she had just closed the refrigerator door and not said anything, he would not have been so angry. But her lower self was at work. She wanted to win a useless argument and, of course, regretted it. Don't be childish. Pick your battles. Don't be childish and pick your battles. Next day is don't be defensive. Day 298. A client's husband complained she was rude to the nanny. She told him, maybe you're putting me down to make yourself feel better because you didn't get that promotion. Playing armchair psychologist made him angrier. No, it's because you were rude. She continued to defend herself, and they didn't speak all weekend. We advised her to say, you may have a point. If you want to get along with your husband, consider it might be the truth and don't get defensive. So the authors are saying, you just say the words, you may have a point, but you can still do the same thing you would have done if you hadn't said that too. So that's what the authors mean. That's what they said earlier before. We did a childhood and dating history communication with this client, and guess what? Several ex-boyfriends, bosses, and roommates also found her rude. We told her to work on that. Day 299 is the wording. Some people say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. We believe it's what you say and how you say it. Don't tell your husband, I can't believe you forgot our anniversary. Say, I'd love to celebrate our anniversary at that new Thai restaurant. No one likes a guilt tripper or scorekeeper. The same applies to adult children. If you want them to call or text more often, don't say, I never hear from you. Say, good to hear from you when they do call. Assume they are busy and don't text, ask them lots of questions, or tell them what to do. I had a mom that used to stalk me practically, and that didn't help at all. Well, we all have moms or dads that did something that made us feel that they were wrong, but from this other end, we have to say, I'm glad I had her there. I'm glad I had them. I'm glad. And anyway, so day 300, he means well. You tell your husband that you're overwhelmed by all the things you have to do and, quote, need a break, end quote. He says, a break from what? So you explain that besides work, you have to deal with daycare, play dates, and your parents, as well as exercise, clean, and do errands. He still doesn't see what's so hard. That's because he's a man, and most men like to solve problems, not complain or explain. The problem is you're expecting sympathy from a man. If you called a woman and told her your to-do list and that you needed a break, she would say, of course. So tell your girlfriends. That's an excellent, excellent, excellent idea. In the original rules, they say that when you wish you could talk to your date about things that are concerning to you, don't call him. Call 5 or 6 of your girlfriends instead. Call 10 girlfriends instead. The average, here's a stat that I heard from somebody, so I could be wrong. Don't take it for sure. But apparently, when people are divorcing, they discover that the men that are divorcing have one good friend, and the women that are divorcing have about 5 or 6 close friends. So, let's see about that. Just don't be right. Don't just tell your girlfriends. So day 301, back to the authors. Be an efficiency expert. A client called to say that she and her husband had a fight and wanted to know how she could have handled it better. They both work full time while raising 10-year-old twins. Yet he expects her to make all the restaurant reservations and book vacations in addition to planning play dates and handling the holidays. She told him, why don't you call the restaurant? I have a million things to do today. They bickered for 10 minutes about who does more. We said, in the time you argued, you could have made reservations. Don't be right. Be efficient. Highest and best use of your time. That's other authors saying that highest and best use of your time. And I think these authors have agreed to that before. So here's a really long apply the rules to achieve your higher self summary to those marriage communication issues. Don't think that fighting is normal or that all couples fight. Actor George Clooney claims that he and his human rights lawyer wife, Amal, have never had a fight. Let them be your role model for marriage. You know, Ying has an example in her life. Ying has an example in her life. There's a couple that I have known that didn't bicker, and I have known them for 42 years, and I have never seen them fight, ever. I have known them for 42 years. I have never seen them fight. They do everything together. They run all their errands together. They spend all day together, all day long. It's very interesting. And she hung out a shingle. She put out a shingle for herself as a psychologist at some point. She studied psychology. So, you know, back to the authors. Oh, and I want to say that these authors are people that I consider people with high wisdom. So when I want to read wisdom, wise things, I come to these books. And also on Wednesdays, I do quotes. But Tuesdays and Thursdays are TR Thursdays, and TR Tuesdays. And then I have several other books for the rest of the week. You'll have to look at my schedule on the Facebook page, Yin Yang on Facebook page. Okay. Don't think that fighting is normal or that all couples fight. Actor George Clooney claims that he and his human rights lawyer wife Amal have never had a fight. Let them be your role model for marriage. Don't assume it's because they're millionaires. Many wealthy couples fight and divorce. No, we believe it's because they are both philanthropists. When your mind is on important issues with your higher self, you have no time to quarrel or be petty lower self. Wow, that means their goals are aligned. They may have separate goals, but their goals are motivated by the same engine. So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yes. Mary has a good vocabulary. That's pretty cool. I'm picking it out of Mary's vocabulary. Okay. Number 2. When your husband drives you crazy with his OCD or daily mishigas, I don't know what that word means though. Remind yourself that he is doing it, not doing it to you. It might be Yiddish. Your husband is not trying to annoy you. He just happens to be annoying. It's not personal, which should take the sting out of it and help you not react and go about your business unaffected. Okay, I'm gonna look up Mishiga. Mishiga. Where's the Okay, I'm going to look it up while we talk because I am very curious what it means. M I uh, okay, quickly. Okay. M Come on. M engine chrome. Yes. Da 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 da. Okay, here. M-I, Mishiga. Okay, what is that? What is that? Including results for Michigan's definition and noun. Michigas, craziness, silliness, tomfoolery, nonsense. It's a noun. Come on, no. Those were the thesaurus answers, actually. Michigan's definition: craziness, foolishness, nonsense. Michigas. Oh, here. Oh man, this sound doesn't come up because I have it on Do Not Disturb. Oh God. Damn. Sorry. All right. It's not personal. We should take the sting out of it and help you not react and go about your business unaffected. All right, number 3. If you grew up with screamers or yell when you argue, take a deep breath, pause, and try to talk softly or even whisper. Your husband will tune you out if you scream, but his ears will perk up if you whisper, as it's both refreshing and feminine. Your soft spoken message will be heard more clearly than shouting it. There's another book that says the same thing, that says when you are arguing and the other person is raising their voice, you lower your voice just a pitch lower, a tad lower, and they have to stop to listen to you, to hear you. They actually automatically stop for that reason. Now, I have a few examples of people with marriages. I am not married, so I cannot give marriage advice, but I can say that from from a single person's standpoint, being on the outside. One time a woman asked my mother at work, "That is taught when." Ah, so Oh, so at work, my mom had a coworker. And the coworker said, this is in the 1970s when it was legal to get abortions, especially when you have had 3 already. They made it legal in San Francisco anyway. So anyway, this woman said she already had 2, and she wanted to know if she should have this third baby. And my mother said, well, think about if your husband loves you enough to have this baby. And she thought about it, and she came back later and she said to my mother she got the abortion because she felt that her husband wasn't quite up to there in love and up to par to get a third child. Loved her enough for the two children, I suppose. But anyway, then I have another example, which is that when I talk to people who are married and then they say something, I say, Well, if this were the guy I were dating, would I say yes if he proposed? And things are different. Everybody has their arguments. I don't think that people should split up for any reason, but there are reasons sometimes. And then from a single standpoint with dating, we would say, oh, that one, kick it to the curb. But we do multiple dating for that reason. In the rules, we do multiple dating until we have a commitment. The man asks for a woman to be exclusive. When she asks for the woman to be exclusive, he has to already have said the words, I love you. If he, in the rules, a woman doesn't bring up the words marriage, love, wedding, no, or even divorce, they don't bring up those words. And you don't tell your potential date, "Oh, I have to go to my sister's wedding." You don't say that. So the man brings up marriage and love the first time. Oh, and you don't say love either. So he has to say, I love you first, because otherwise, how do you know that he loves you? If you said, I love you first, he would return it with, I love you too. But it may not be true. We don't know that yet. I had an ex-boyfriend that I apparently, yeah, he said, well, I wouldn't have gotten that close to somebody that I don't love. Huh? You know, I thought I was going to get closer like that to somebody that I loved. And I thought, what? So you have to not initiate sex, and you have to not initiate the words, I love you. So when a man says he loves you, okay, he loves you, blah, blah, blah. But he also has to ask you to be exclusive. Those are two separate things. So when he asks you to be exclusive, you are already, he's on trial at the beginning. He's on his best behavior at the beginning. So people with marriages, they can't really always hope for that. Um, that's what I'm thinking, but I'm single. So anyway, I've been told many times before that the best people to get rules advice from is the best people are married rules women. Dust in my mouth. It's cat hair. Sorry. So married rules women will give you the best rules advice. Um, it's better to take don't really take input from people who are not married, people who are single, and people who are not doing the rules. Don't take their input as seriously as somebody who has done the rules or who is already married with the rules as well. There are lots of tiers, a person with did the rules, got a rules marriage, etc., or somebody with a rules marriage that didn't do the rules before they got married, or somebody who did the rules and then stopped doing the rules after they got married. There's a whole bunch of tiers of, you could waste your time figuring out whose advice is better. But in the end, you have to go by what the books and the authors say, because these are the best ideals that women could have to have good rules marriages. So I'll talk to you later, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Okay. Old Kinderhook.